Good morning, Las Vegas, and welcome to Footballfanbox. I'm Dan Jackson, and this is my co-host, Travis Sosa.
This is the show where the fans' opinions are the only opinions that matter.
Let's get into our first segment. Only say it if you mean it.
But, you know, I don't know, the thing I would change about the NFL, we need to stop with the, you know, what's the word I'm looking for, like the softness. I'm afraid that this, you know, the NFL is going to become the NFFL, the National Flag Football League. You know, we got to let players play. Yeah, I know we got to keep people safe, but we got to let the players play. None of this, you know, oh, he tackled him too hard. Too hard? What's he supposed to do? Wait for the guy to get there? Wait, be like, oh, I'm just going to hold on. Let me just push you down real quick. We got to let the players play. Let them play football, not touch football. I don't know. All I can say is, I love my team, I love the NFL. Go Hawks!
If I could change one thing about the NFL, I'd make it a tough game again. There's too many calls, unnecessary roughness, targeting. I don't like any of that. That's what I'd get rid of.
My name is Robert Stanton. I'm a Seahawks fan. Been that way for life. The one thing I would change in the NFL is when players knock over those old men on the sidelines doing their thing, that they need to help them up.
One thing I would change about the NFL is the bye week. The Thursday night game is on Thursday. If you got a Thursday night game, you should be off the following Sunday. It's not good to have 4 or 5 days off before you play again. To make your players, your star players, we lost Sherman because he played a Thursday night game, and before he played that Thursday night game, he played a Sunday. Or Thursday to Sunday, he only has 4 days off. Protect your star players, protect all your players. So that's the one thing I would change. You need to have a bye week before they play that Thursday night game or after.
Hello, my name is Chris, and one thing that I would change about the NFL if I could is player safety. I like that they're improving player equipment every year, you know, trying to preserve players' longevity in the game. But another thing that I would do is try to educate players more and taking a closer look into head injuries so that players wouldn't have to go through so much adverse situations at the end of their careers, such as CTE.
I was thinking back to my younger days when I was playing football with my friends, and boom, this question came to me.
Why are you so horribly unattractive?
No. When did you, the people I like, become fans of football, and how old were you?
All right, so my name's Dennis Adkins. I'm from the Northwest, born in Bremerton, Washington. So it asked me, you know, how long have I been a fan? I'm 41 years old. 1976, exactly when the Seahawks started. I've been a fan 41 years. I remember Jim Zorn. I remember Dave Craig. You know, I mean, all of them. I've been a fan back in the day when we was bad, and it hurt to be a fan, but I was still there. So I want to, you know, that's how long I've been a fan. I want to say hi to my mom, my dad. You know, Merry Christmas, y'all. I love you. I'm here in Vegas, loving life. Y'all have a good one.
I honestly can say I was never a fan of football, period, until the first time the Seahawks made it into the playoffs, which was 2006.
White ticket, Seattle Seahawks.
That was my first time.
I've been in Seattle for 22 years. And for the 22 years, I was a multi-fan. But you know, when you move to a different city,
you are projected to or supposed to take on who that football NFL fan is. So I am now a definitely die-hard Seahawk fan since I've moved to Seattle in 1997. Go Hawks!
I've been a Seahawks fan since middle school. I grew up watching my dad watch the games. I got into it. We had Matt Hasselbeck, Sean Alexander. I've been a fan ever since. They've been to 3 Super Bowls in the last 15 years. I love it. Go Hawks!
Hey, how you guys doing? My name is Jacob Iyata. I've been a Seattle Seahawks fan since 1986. I came from Samoa, 1984. Been a Seahawks fan since 1986. Moved to Vegas 2 years ago. I've been in Washington for 30 years. Now that I'm here, still a Seahawker. Will always be a Seahawker. Go Hawks!
So I was smoking some ribs a few weeks back for the Cowboys game, and let me tell you, they came out perfect.
Nice. Who were they playing?
We were playing the Redskins, and we smoked them too.
Whatever. Let's get on to the next question. When tailgating or throwing a football party, what are the top foods on your menu and which foods are not allowed?
All right, so tailgating, there's a few things you gotta have. You gotta have your beer, you gotta have your brats, you gotta have your hot dogs, hamburgers, chicken wings. You gotta have all that. Now, a couple things you do not bring to my tailgate. You do not bring vegan. No, I don't want no vegan dogs. No vegan. Trust me, I tell you right now, it does not taste the same. I guarantee you. Also, nothing, like no quiche, no fancy stuff. Leave all that at home. Leave all that at home, please. Leave that at home. Do not try to bring it here. Now, here's the thing: tailgating is great, but if you don't have a truck and you ain't got a tailgate, but you still want to be around your Hawks fans, come down to SCOTTER'S Pub. Okay, it's on Rainbow, right off of the 215. I mean, it is wall to wall Hawks fans. If you are from Seattle, if you are from the Northwest, and you come to Vegas and you want to know where do I find my Hawks fans, where are they at? That's here. They're here. You can hear it. That's how loud it's about as loud in here as it is in the clink. Yeah, baby. Go Hawks!
This is what I like to have at my tailgate. A lot of beer, and there gotta be some hot dogs, because nothing's better than beer and hot dogs in your hand. And burgers, but no vegetarians, because they're not allowed.
Perfection. We're gonna do the last one, it's the pink.
My name is Stephanie. I love tailgate parties. My favorite foods are wings, mozzarella sticks, I have to say a pizza, and burgers always. But I don't ever want to see some bad attitudes.
This food situation, there's like all different foods throughout all the different tailgates that all over the country. But I can tell you what we have. We got Ivor's clam chowder. That's Seattle, born and bred right there, Seattle clam chowder.
And we only have it during the Seahawks game.
We only have it during the Seahawks season. We got the Seattle dog, the cream cheese, the grilled onions, the grilled bun. You can get all that 2 o'clock in the morning, downtown Seattle. What else we got? We got the good old fish and chips. We got what else we got? We got the Seattle dog, the Ivors. We got the chowder. We got the Dick's burger, the deluxe burger, Dick's burger. That thing is like no joke, better than Dick's itself. Like, if you ain't got that at your tailgate, you are not a Seattle fan. 110%. if you ain't got the Dick's Burger, if you ain't got the Irish clam chowder, if you ain't got the Seattle dog at your tailgate, whether you were in Seattle, whether you are at a road game, it don't matter. You are not a Seattle fan. 110%. I don't want anything that they serve, no matter what. I don't want at my tailgate anything they serve at the the San Francisco Stadium, anything they serve at the Rams Stadium, anything they serve at the Cardinals Stadium. Just, it's Seattle, baby, 100%. We blue and green, we bleed it, we cut it, we live it.
These are the things that I would love to have at my tailgate party. Gotta have the burgers, gotta have the dogs. I'm a mustard guy, you know, it's all right. Gotta have the chips, the tortilla chips and the avocado spread, you know, gotta have that. And hot wings, potato wedges, need that. Ranch on the side. The things I don't want to see, don't bring any mayonnaise. I don't want to see any pistachios or anything. Don't bring any cupcakes. I don't want to see none of that. Oh, I just want some nice barbecue food, some nice football food. Don't want anybody upset on this Sunday.
Let's get into the fans' favorite segment, fantasy football. Get your money right.
And here's Sean and Bill with the next segment.
Good morning, Las Vegas. My name is Bill. This is Sean.
And we're two guys giving fantasy advice.
Well, Sean, it's championship week, week 16.
Big week. Do you know who to start? Do you have an injury? You need a replacement?
Well, you came to the right place. We're going to answer some of your questions and get you that championship.
Well, let's get right into it. Let's help out some people. All right.
All right, the first question comes from Dave. He needs one wide receiver. He's going with Nelson Aguilar, Paul Richardson. Now, Aguilar, he's at home against Oakland, Christmas night. Get your Christmas presents early. That's who I like. I'm going with Nelson Aguilar.
You know what? I think I would have agreed with you until this past week with the injury. I'm not sure Aguilar's going to get the same touches now. I think I'm going to have to go with Richardson on this one.
All right. I disagree. I think Aguilar is going to have some kind of thing going with Foles. You know, he helped them out in that game against not St. Louis now, it's Los Angeles. But he did real well. He got him that big third down conversion and closed the game out. So I think he's going to lean on him.
All right. Well, let's see if we can get something we agree on to help out some people more.
All right.
All right.
Question number 2 comes from Steven. All right, he needs 2 of these, okay? It looks like he needs a wide receiver and a flex. So we've got Kenny Stills at Kansas City, Cooper Kupp at Tennessee, Ted Ginn at Atlanta, and Frank Gore at Baltimore.
All right, I think I got to go with Kupp on this. Kupp has been on fire lately, and against that Tennessee defense.
I agree. Kupp is definitely my top choice there, but he needs 2, Sean.
He needs 2. Let's put in Kenny Stills. What do you think about Kenny Stills against that? Kansas City defense hasn't been too strong lately either.
I agree. Kenny Stills is probably a good play there. I also like Frank Gore. I'm not either one. I'm leaning towards Kenny Stills, but Frank Gore, he gets the bulk of the load there in Indianapolis, and he could be a play also.
All right, next question comes from Sophia in Henderson. She needs 1 running back, and she's got 2 choices, Theo Riddick or James White.
I'm going to go with James White, Sean. Anytime I can start anybody from New England, I'm going to do it. James White catches a lot of balls out of the backfield. He doesn't get the touches down at the goal line, but he is a threat to break one. So, yeah.
We're in agreement on this one. I like James White. Next question from Javier. Javier is sending in from Summerlin. He's got to pick 1 quarterback. He's choosing between Blake Bortles, Derek Carr, one of those 2.
Blake Bortles. At San Francisco, late in the season. San Fran's playing a lot better, but I think Blake Bortles is going to get the job done.
Blake Bortles has been playing surprisingly well lately. I like Blake Bortles there. Next question. We got one from Waldo.
From Waldo?
Waldo.
Where's Waldo?
Good question. Waldo needs to pick one flex, and he's got a list to choose from. He's got Mike Evans, he's got Mohamed Sanu, Alex Collins, or C.J. Anderson. What do you think on that one?
I wish I had those problems, Sean. But I'm going to go with Mohamed Sanu against New Orleans. That could be for the division. I see high scoring, so yeah, I'm going to go with Sanu.
Not a bad call. I got to disagree a little bit on this one. I have to almost chuckle because I have Mike Evans. I'm not picking Mike Evans on this one.
I wasn't going to say anything, Sean. But
Alex Collins, he's the way to go. He has been on fire.
It's not a bad choice either.
He's on fire, and I think he's reliable, and I think you're going to get points out of Alex Collins. Sanu is just a little on the iffy side sometimes, but Collins is my pick on this one.
All right, very good. Okay, our next question is from Barry from Centennial Hills. Okay, he needs a quarterback to replace Carson Wentz. That's a big loss for anybody, Sean. He had a great season.
Bad time of the year for that.
You should have a few out there. Obviously, Nick Foles, if no one has gotten him yet, jump on him.
Yep.
Okay, don't wait, get on him. There's a couple others out there. Blake Bortles, we just got done talking about Blake.
Or Joe Flacco.
Yeah, or Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco's not a bad option.
That's not a bad play against the Colts at home.
Yeah.
He had a good game a couple weeks ago against Pittsburgh. So, yeah, that's not a bad play, but I'm leaning towards Nick Foles getting the job done, closing the season out.
I think that's a good option. Yeah, and he's going to be out there. No one's carried him on the roster. It's just a matter of getting to him and having him available.
Yeah.
So jump on it. Yeah.
Yep. All right. And our last question comes from Jason from North Las Vegas.
Jason,
all right. He wants to know, going into championship week, all right, he's got his lineup set. I mean, anybody in the championship, you got
You've
your
done well. You're there. Yeah.
So he's looking for any ways to maximize his point production.
Yeah.
All right, Jason, like you said, you've got your players. They got you to the championship. But look at defense, all right? There's defenses out there with good matchups. You may have one of the stellar ones on your team. I don't know. I don't have your roster in front of me. But if you don't, look at some defenses out there. There's some good ones, Sean.
A lot of people stream defenses all season, and it works well for them.
Yeah.
You know there's going to be something out there now.
You got Chicago at home against Cleveland. Cleveland, their offense has gotten a little bit better with Josh Gordon back. But you could have some nasty weather there. Chicago's defense has played pretty well this year. So, yeah, I look at Chicago's defense if it's available.
Another one to consider is Washington. They're playing against Denver. Denver's offense does not look good. But I do agree with you. Chicago, I think, would be the way to go. The weather there can be pretty bad this time of year. One thing I'll close with, don't be afraid to sit your star players if they have bad matchups. Your go-to guys, your absolute number ones, no, you're going to keep them in there. But your Mike Evanses of the world, if you need to sit them, you can sit them.
Great point, Sean. Great point. Like Sean said, hey, you got there for a reason. You didn't get there by starting the same guys every single week. It doesn't happen, all right? So use that bench, all right? And good luck.
All right, before we hand it back to Dan and Travis, we'd like to say thank you to Scooters for having us. Scooters Pub, it's a Seahawks place. All you Hawks fans out there, it's a place to go.
They have 20 TVs, 2 giant movie screen TVs, great food, great staff, room for over 200 screaming Hawks fans. Can't wait to go back.
Well, Bill, I hope we were able to help some of these people through and get them some wins in the playoffs.
Well, good luck this week, and join us next week where we're going to recap this crazy, wild fantasy season. There's some crazy stuff happening.
Crazy stuff.
And we're also going to give some draft advice for next season. So good luck, happy holidays, and stay Vegas strong.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Dan, you know what time it is?
You know I do.
It's time to get paid. Money line picks. Vegas. Show me the money. I love black people. Woo!
In Chicago, I'm gonna go Cleveland, and Detroit, Cincinnati, Miami, Kansas City, Atlanta, and New Orleans. Because I'm from Washington, we say New Orleans, not New Orleans. I'm going to say Atlanta. Oh, Rams, Tennessee. Seattle at Dallas. Seattle. No!
All right, the pick of the week is Jacksonville at San Francisco, and I'm going to go with San Fran because they're underdog and I think they deserve a win. The next pick of the week is the New York Giants at Arizona. I'm going for the Giants underdog. Pick of the week is the LA Rams at Tennessee. I'm going to go with Tennessee. Pick of the week is Seattle at Dallas, and this breaks my heart, but I'm going with the Seahawks.
I'm Jim Molinex. I'm a Seattle Seahawks fan, true to the blue. And we got the LA Chargers at the Jets. We got to go with the Chargers because it's West Coast, baby. Then we got Jacksonville and San Francisco. Jacksonville all the way. Next we got Buffalo and New England. Woo, so cold in Buffalo. Going with New England. Now we have Tampa Bay at Carolina. Let's go Bucks. Let's go Bucks. Next we got Indiana at Baltimore. Got to go with the Colts. Oh, next we got the Hawks at Dallas. Hawks, baby. Let's go Hawks.
Hello, my name is Tom, and I'm a big Seahawks fan. These are my picks for the week. I'm going to take the Chargers over the Jets because they're on the rise. I'm going to take Washington over Denver. I'm going to take San Francisco to upset Jacksonville. I'm going to take New England to beat Buffalo easily. And of course, I'm taking the Seahawks to beat the Cowboys in Dallas.
These are my picks for the week. Denver versus Washington. I'm taking Denver because they haven't won in a long time, so they're bound to win eventually. My next pick, Jets versus Chargers. I'm taking the Chargers because they're hot. They're on a winning streak. My next pick is Giants versus Arizona. I got to take the Giants because the Cardinals are in the NFC West. I need them to lose. And my next pick is Oakland versus Philadelphia. I'm taking Philadelphia. They're a better team. No explanation needed. Houston versus Pittsburgh. I'm taking Pittsburgh. Same reason. They're a better team. Dallas versus Seattle. Come on, dog. I'm taking Seattle.
These are my picks of the week. We got LA Rams at Tennessee Titans. I'm picking the Titans because their offense is going to outpace the Rams defense. We got New York Giants at Arizona. Got to go with the Arizona. There's something about the Giants that just aren't hitting this year. Oakland Raiders versus Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles are flying high. It's hard to say no to them. The Denver Broncos at Washington. Redskins, they got something about them. Denver is just not Denver this year. Seattle at Dallas. That's going to be a hard game. I really want my Seahawks to win, but there's something about playing in Dallas that gets Dallas the edge. I'm still saying Seahawks.
These are my picks for this week. Detroit versus Cincinnati. Cincinnati is not in the playoff hunt right now. They just lost today. Detroit just won. Detroit is in the hunt for the wild card. So I will take Detroit over Cincinnati. Baltimore and Indianapolis. Baltimore and Indianapolis. Indianapolis don't even have Jake Luck right now. So they just played Buffalo, lost to Buffalo on the road. They're not even in playoff contention. So I will take them over. Atlanta, New Orleans. Now this is a tough one because Atlanta is in a wild card fight. New Orleans is in a #1 in their division. So I will take New Orleans over Atlanta. Oakland and Philadelphia. Philadelphia is the #1 seed right now. Them and Minnesota in the NFC. So I would take Minnesota over Oakland. Seahawks in Dallas, this is the one game that their running back is coming back off a 4-game suspension. But they're not in the playoff hunt, so Seattle is. So I would take Seattle over Dallas.
Oh, happy holidays to everyone in Las Vegas. Go Seahawks, and Savannah, I love you, baby girl.
Happy holidays, and I'd like to say hello to my beautiful wife, Donda.
Happy holidays to everybody in Vegas, and I hope everybody stays safe. Go Hawks!
Hey, Merry Christmas to my lovely wife, Laura, and happy holidays to everyone in Vegas.
Happy holidays, Las Vegas. I'm Julie. Go Seahawks.
We gonna get this 12-man flag raised up. We gonna beat them Jags. Y'all ready? See! 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 Let's do it, baby! Beat them Jags, #1 defense. We got this game. We all we got. We all we got. We all we got. Let's beat them, baby.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.
You can follow us on Facebook and YouTube, channel 33 at 6 a.m.
Watch more Football Fan Box, or we'll come get you.